Hello, my name is Paulo and I'm a product manager here at Kony. This is the first of a set of videos to share what Kony has been doing on our field service solution. To begin, I'm going to talk a little bit about the future of the services in the field, and that's what we believe here in Kony. So, taking consideration how it is nowadays, every company has different systems, different process across all their business process. What is the main problem with this strategy is it creates silos in the business process. So you have the service desk with their own structure, the scheduling team, technicians, accounts, and several others, each one of them running their own business process with their own system. As a consequence of this, you have a very poor information flow and definitely no real-time access to the information between these things. So this is the reality that most of companies see nowadays in different levels, of course. Another thing that we saw very clear in the industry nowadays, and this is a very positive side news, is companies are changing the metrics that they are using to define and measure their service organizations. Most of the companies used to run SLAs or costs or even just churn as the main metrics. And what we have been seeing nowadays, and this report from an analysis that we did together with the Arbithin group proves, is that most of the companies and their service organizations are now focused on customer satisfaction, CX, as the main business indicator that proves if the service organization is running in a good way or not. And the main reason for this change is once you have a satisfied customer, it means that all the other measurements are good in this case. So that's a positive way. See the customer as the main point in the process. The other good measures that we saw in this analysis is that not only the companies and service organizations are focused on customer demands, as the service is also part of the products offered to the customer nowadays. So not only the companies are offering their products, but they are offering their services level, their quality in their services as a way to increase the competition or differentiate themselves with the competitors in this space, which is pretty good because companies with a better services, companies with a better field team, they can take benefit of that even in market advertisement campaigns from the companies nowadays. So again, two different measurements to show together with the first one that is a good analysis on what's going on in the industry nowadays. And the main point that becomes is how companies can move from an outdated legacy system, most of all when you are talking about mobile applications, when you take in consideration the field, to a more customer-driven smart connect services. So how to make this transition nowadays, knowing that you have all your legacy systems, you have all your back end, and of course most of the companies don't want to touch on this. So in Kony, we believe that we need to touch in four main areas in order to be able to implement this transformation. First of all is, as it's pretty clear, you need to be able to put the customer in the center of the process. You need to understand that the customer needs to have their own solution, their own application, their own channels in order to be able to interact with the services in this case. That's the first point. The second one is, with the IoT industry and IoT devices and sensors going on, and not just the IoT sensors, but with the different types of smart connect services that we have nowadays. Google Maps with the route optimization, weather that you have in real time, all these different level of smart services that you have in the industry nowadays, you need to be able to leverage on it in the field. The third one is understanding that the technician is not anymore just a person that is going there to fix a problem. Technicians become nowadays a trusted advisor, so a person that is really the company faces in the customer. And when you have a technician in the customer being your face, you want to make sure that they have the right information, they are running the standard process, they are answering in the right way to customers' demands. And that's very important again to have mobile applications to support this. Last one, which is pretty aligned with the other three, is field optimization business process. So you want to be able to optimize your business process independently how you are running on the back end. So it's important to separate then at the same time that you have them connected in order to be able to have a real good execution. So all of this is what we are calling the field service transformation here in Kony, and how in the end we are doing this. And this is where it comes the field service solution. So field service solution is a set of applications that Kony build, focus on different steps of the business process and different personas. So when you take in consideration this analysis of the business process in the industry, is where you start addressing requirements based on the phase of the process and based on the persona that is executing that specific process, step of the process. So this is very good because it's not just something generic. In the end of the day, is a solution, is application that is specific for a persona, a technician, a scheduler, or a supervisor in a specific moment of the business process. And what is the business process? So if you take in consideration the typical analysis criteria that the industry uses for finding the business process on the field service organizations, you have four main steps. The first main step is receiving a request. So you need to be able to receive requests from the field. This is what we call here in Kony notifications. So your company is to be able to receive notifications from the field about a problem. And how you do this? Typically, companies run on top of phones. A customer or whatever it is calls a company to report a problem. But nowadays there is much more options to do this. You have IoT sensors that can be reporting the problem automatically. You have even customers using mobile applications to report a problem that they have. So this is a different way to see how companies can receive a request in this case. The second step in the process is, once you receive the request, how you plan the execution. So you need to be able to send a technician, to send an engineer, to go to that specific location and solve the problem. And again, you need to be able to support a scheduler with the right tools to be able to do it. The third and fourth process that we have here are basically the execution that can go in two different ways. You could be executing as a work order or a service order, depending on how the company runs, or even you can be running on top of a maintenance order, something more complex than a work order. But both of them are execution, just in different levels of the execution in this case.
It's not about one app. It's about the entire business process. It's about transforming your field service organization. It's about being powered by the Kony platform.